Hi, Jen again. Today we're going to dissect AMO. So many people have been saying so crazy. OCR project like AMO launching around 2,000 to 2,002 per square foot is still selling so well. Wow, why? So today we're going to go in, dive deep and see why. Okay, AMO is actually officially launched on the 23rd of July. Okay, it is a Saturday about 2 weeks ago. Okay, it is actually a 99 years leasehold and the developers is actually UOL with King Leong. There are 2 towers of 25-story blocks. It's along Ang Mo Kio Avenue 1. The land is actually quite a good size. It's around 136,000 of square feet land. Okay, but there's only 372 units. So a lot of part of this piece of land is contribute to the facilities. Okay, this land was actually a government land sales out sometime last year, 2021, and there were total about 15 bids, and UOL came out with the highest, and they got it nearly about 1,118 per square foot per plot ratio at that time. So estimate at that time, we guess it was going to launch around 2000, 2001 because the cost price, the break-even price for the developer will be around 1,009 to 2,000. So the launch price is actually within expectation. Okay, so right before AMO launch, out of 372 units, 1,500 checks was collected. So was many times oversubscribed. And then there is a VVIP launch with bulk purchase launch 1 day before 23rd, which is on the 22nd. On the day of the bulk purchase and VVIP launch, there were 73 units taken up. So who are these bulk purchase? Actually, the bulk purchase means they must be related, either parents and child or the siblings, which is direct related, no cousins. So basically, we can see there's a lot of pent-up demand for the family nucleus to stay together in these locations. So 73 units was taken up on the 22nd, and the penthouse was taken up on that day. The size of the penthouse was 2,497, which is about 2,500 square feet. Guess what? The sales price was $6 million at about 2,400 per square foot. Wow, right. Who wants to buy a 6 million penthouse? A lot of people say you can buy a landed. But we guess that this purchaser could be a foreigner or a PR. That's why they buy a penthouse here. Thinking about it, 2,500 square feet is pretty hard to come by. So a 6 million purchase price for this buyer could be a very good buy too. So on the day of 23rd, the official launch, at the end of the day, 365 units were totally sold. So 98.1% of the total developments were sold out. Okay, and at the end, only 5 units of 5 bedrooms and 2 units of penthouse was left. So imagine the people was caught by surprise because the launch price was 2,000 to about 2,001 plus. Okay, so let's look into what makes AMO so attractive. There are about 5 to 6 minutes walks to Mayflower MRT, which is a Thomson East Coast line. And of course, within 1 km, there are 2 very good schools, Aitong and St. Nicholas Girls Primary School. So we all know developments near to good schools are very high in demand because there are a lot of parents want to get into this school. And of course, in the future, the capital appreciation is also pretty high potential. And within the area, within 5 minutes walk, you can access a lot of amenities. There are a lot of supermarkets, there are wet markets, there are food centers, there are hawker centers and coffee shops. So a lot of amenities easy available within 5 minutes walk. And one thing great about this is also surrounded with a lot of nature parks and park connectors. And basically, we can see that the facing for some of the developments, like they have a north facing and a south facing. Okay, so the north facing are the ones that actually can see all the way to Pierce Reservoir because right in front of them are all the landed properties. And the other side is actually the south facing. You probably could have some pocketed view of Bishan Park. So let's come to it. Let's go to the more practical one. Why? Why AMO? Why AMO? Because in this location, it was the first launch since 8 years ago, Panorama and Thomson Grand. So there was a very high pent-up demand for new launch in these locations. And the last BTO launches in August 2020 for Kebun Baru H, which is just 5 minutes walk away from AMO. It was there was only 140 units, but guess what? There are about 1,180 applicants just for these 140 units. So basically, where are the 1,000 people gone to? They either dive back into the HDB resale market again, or they could have still waiting for the next BTO. And then, of course, due to the low supply in the new launch market now, many projects like Riverfront Residence, Affinity, Normanton Park, Woodley Residence, Florence is either sold out or selling out. So there is actually very low supply. And of course, due to the good result from Piccadilly Grants and Live and Memby, which launched recently, there are not many units. There are very high demands but very low supplies. And of course, there's not many launched also in the whole year of 2022. So that's why. Now, let's dive into practical part. Can HDB, those applying for the HDB BTO, can they actually afford? A lot of people say they can't afford. But a lot of people say that 2,000 is too expensive. So let's dive in and do a case study. We take a young couple of 30 years old with gross income of 8,000 a month. Basically, for 2-bedroom in AMO, the price range around from 1.26, and it's about 2,052 per square foot. So for this young couple, the initial cash outlay with their CPF will be around 353,000. And if they apply for monthly loans for 30 years and maximum up to 75%, their monthly installment basically for the first 3 stages, stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3, up to the completion of brick wall, they only pay up to 956 per month. Means their monthly installments is less than 1,000. And this stage will take you around 1 to 1.5 years. Okay? And after that, the next stage, from stage 4 to stage 5, okay, that is where the completion of ceiling all the way to the completion of car park right before collections of key. Okay, for this 3 stage, it will take another 1.5 years again, and maximum they are paying only 1,600 per month. Okay, so by the time when they collect their key, which they have to pay another 25%, their total monthly installment is 2,800. So after that, they actually can move in, and when the development is totally completed, CSC statutory completion certificate is already issued, their total installment is 3,588. So view on these things, with the couple's income of 8,000, on top of their CPF contribution, they deduct that for their money installments, they only need to top up another 2,200 per month cash. So it's actually way within affordability of this young couple. And we actually expect their income to increase in the next 3 to 5 years' time. So basically, their 8,000 income will be easily able to cover. On top of that, with the increased income they're going to earn, it will be very easily affordable. So what happened if this couple decided to buy a HDB resale? So we have checked actually the latest transactions around the area. The next block, which is a block 260B Ang Mo Kio Street 21, a 4-room flat just transacted around 830K. Okay, so for HDB, the loan assessment will be based on MSR. Means for this couple, their maximum loan they can get is 479,000. So between the difference of 830 to 479, they have to fork out cash around 300 plus a little bit of cost. Total cash outlay, including CPF, will be around 360K. So of course, the money installment will be pretty much lower than AMO because the sales price is lower, and of course the loan is also lower. On top of their monthly contribution from their OA into this money installment, they still need to top up about $571. But why? Why in the sense that this couple will still choose, most of the couple will still choose AMO. Okay, because of the attractiveness of capital upside is higher for AMO compared to HDB resales. That goes without saying, because we always say it's a new launch. When you buy it at launch time, by the time it's TOP, the increase of price actually take quite a big leap. And this is the advantage and benefits of the people who buy during launch, which we call the first mover advantage. And of course, AMO comes with full facilities. And one thing attractive about AMO compared to a HDB is there's no minimum occupation period, MOP. So if there is enough capital appreciations that can cover the SSD, which you sell within 3 years, they can sell anytime. They are not bounded by this minimum occupation period. And they also can rent out anytime when they collect the key. There is no restrictions as this is a private properties. And also on the sales side, there's no restrictions to control whether you sell to which ethnic group or whether you can sell to foreigner, because for private property, you can sell to foreigner. That means to say your range of prospect buyer will be wider and bigger. So we know there was 1,500 checks collected, but only 360 over buyers got AMO. So what happened to the rest about 1,000 checks? These 1,000 potential buyers, where are they? Some of them could have bought something else resale, but most of them probably are looking for the next hot launch. So when and where is the next hot launch? So the next hot launch we're going to predict is going to be the Lentor Modern, which is actually located in Lentor Central. It's a mixed development, and also Sky Eden and other mixed developments in the east side at Bedok area. So if you want to know more about this, watch out for our next video. But of course, some of the buyer may not hold for the next launch. They actually has bought some post-launch, which we got some good buy for them below 2,000. And if you want to know where are these post-launch projects, click on to the WhatsApp link or give us a call. Okay. With that, I've ended my video, and if you love this video, give us a thumbs up and give us your comment in the comment sections below. Look out for our next video on Lentor Modern and Sky Eden. And I'm Jen Tan Property. Always love to hear from you.